Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Tristan Barracks here, the digital storyteller, and I'm super excited to be with you once again. Just on another live. I was here last week, and we were doing some live streaming. It is kind of crazy in my life right now because I am doing a ton of things and working on projects, working on fixing my house and fixing my basement. I'm actually putting together a dope sort of setup for my studio. And yeah, I was supposed to be doing an interview actually on Facebook with Cody, my homeboy, Cody J. Morel. Check him out. He's really, really dope. He's on YouTube as well, and he's just a wicked creative. He and his wife do a lot of dope creative stuff. Amazing cinematographer. And yeah, we had to reschedule that. So I just wanted to jump on here and kind of see how people are doing, see what's going on, see how you guys are feeling. Want to talk a little bit about the ZCam and for those of you that don't know about the Zcam is, well, it's a family of cameras now, but this is my Zcam E2. We got the Lilliput monitor here. We got this lens. I don't even know who makes this manufactures this lens, but it's a lens I got for like $60. Oh, newer. This is a newer lens right here, and then this is the actual camera body right here, the Zcam and Sony battery there. So yeah, so when we're talking about the Zcam and what I wanted to talk about actually was just talking a little bit about like my how I'm using it now. Last week I spoke about how impressed I was. I shot a short, a really micro short video for a friend of mine, and we didn't have any lighting. We just were kind of pushing it and pushing the camera and seeing what we could get from it. And I was really surprised. I was pleasantly surprised with it. But then in the mail, I ordered my first Micro Four Thirds camera. For those of you that don't know, I don't shoot Micro Four Thirds. This is the Zcam E2 is actually the first camera that I ever purchased that was Micro Four Thirds. I didn't purchase any of the Fuji cameras or any of the Panasonic cameras. I just decided, I was a Canon guy. I came from 5D, sort of the 5D world, and then I switched over to Sony. And even before I switched over to Sony, and when I was with Canon, I had the C100, which is a Super 35 sensor. So I was really in love with that sort of form factor, in terms of, I should say, aesthetic in terms of the sensor size. And so I kind of stayed within there, whether it was full frame or Super 35 crop factor, and then. I just decided to pick up the E2 because I heard so many good things about the Zcam E2. Picked it up, and it's really good. It's a really good camera. If you are looking to get into filming, if you're looking to get into anything cinematography related, it's worth your weight in gold to check out the the Zcam E2. But specifically, I wanted to talk about this lens here. Now, this lens is the newer 20 millimeter f1.8 lens, and honestly, it's $70. It's like super cheap. It's really inexpensive. It's not a really big lens, as you can see. I'm just gonna take this off here if I can rip it off. I don't know. I don't even know if I can take it off here. No, I can't. I can't get it off. Oh, there you go. So as you can see, it's not really a very large lens. Let me put it over here. It's super small, right? um, but and super inexpensive. But what the thing I love about this lens is that it gives me the aesthetic that I'm looking for. It kind of gives me like I guess you would call it like more of like a 35, um, like a 25 to 35. I mean, it is a 25 millimeter lens, but it really gives you um, a really nice sort of wide portrait style framing. I'm actually going to show you. Let me see if I can pull up my WhatsApp right now because I'll show you a video that I sent to my friend of just some of the shots I got using this 25 millimeter lens at a shoot that I did yesterday. And I specifically, I was doing a passion project with a friend of mine, O'Shane Howard. Shout out to O'Shane Howard. He's a dope creative out of Toronto. And so he had a creative project he wanted to bring me on. I was doing the video for it, and I decided, you know what, let me just bring this one lens. I brought another lens just in case I didn't like this 25 millimeter. But immediately, as I started to shoot with the 25 millimeter, it was bananas. I loved it. So I'm actually going to pull that up, that WhatsApp, um, the WhatsApp video, so you guys can see it, and then you guys tell me what you guys think of these clips. Again, they're edited in terms of like, I just did a little bit of color correction on it. I gave it sort of my filmic look, but I didn't really do much else with it. I didn't go bonkers on it. Let me see if I can pull that up. Okay. Just gonna download this file. And by the way, let me know if you have any. Hey, what's up? How you guys doing? How you doing, Yogi? Great to see you, man. Great to see you. I am going to download this file and I'm gonna throw it right in here. All right, I got this new file. I'm gonna throw it in here. See if it. There you go. So this is the video here, and these are just clips that I color corrected a bit. As you can see, I color corrected this here. I color corrected this. Now this is with no light, and I haven't done all my exposure adjustments. And I actually shot these with not Z raw, but with the Z log, a file format. So it's a flat file format, and this is all just natural light. This is all a mixture of being wide open at f1.8 all the way to um, what does this go to? I think goes to 16, f16. So, I mean, again, it's sharp. It works. I really like this shot here where she was opening up her eyes. She was just kind of opening up her eyes here, Calissa. Um, and then she's just looking right here. I like this sort of silhouette shot, but as you can see, again, there's not a lot of distortion on it, and there's not a lot of like discoloration. I found it to be a really, really clean lens. It's cheap. It's cheerful. It's $70. Like, I mean, to get a lens like this for $70, I think it's pretty amazing. Um, but that being said, let me just flip this around, or I can actually check. Okay, you guys can hear me. All right, just want to make sure. So I'm just gonna switch back to my main camera here. All right. Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Check, check, check. Perfect. So, like I was saying before, these are some of the clips here. It's really, really straightforward there. I am going to actually just remove this clip here and put myself back in there. Here we go. Sorry about that. Perfect. So, like I was saying before, with regards to this, the thing I really liked about the colors here were they weren't really thrown off that much. The other thing about it is the other thing that I really, really liked about this was that, again, the sharpness was there, the clarity was there. It's a very, very light, very easy to use lens. Like, it's not something that is super, super hard to use. Um, I found it to be a really, really nice lens to use for $70. I don't think you can go wrong with that. A $70 lens that will allow you to get this sort of cinematic look is pretty dope. I'm actually looking to see what other lenses Noir has, because I find that sometimes you'll find one lens and you're hoping you have great luck with it and it works really well, but then you find that, like, the company only makes one lens, right? And it's like, I like having like a group of lenses or a body of lenses, because what that does is it allows me to be able to film with the same aesthetic across the whole focal range. So I'll have a 25, I'll have a 35, I'll have a 50, I'll have an 85, I'll have a 100 millimeter, a 135, a 200. And all of them, because they're made by the same manufacturer, they have the same sort of aesthetic. So I'm actually going to be looking to see if they have. I think they have a 50 mil, but I'm looking for, and a 35 mil, but I'm really looking for a something wider, something like 12 millimeters or 8.5 millimeters, something that'll allow me to throw this particular lens on a gimbal, and then or put a wide lens on this particular Zcam, put it on a gimbal, and be able to kind of film it the way I see fit. So that being said, do you have any questions? What's going on with you? What are some of the things that you're working on? What are some of the things that you're working on? Right now, I'm working on a few. Right after I jump off this live, I'm gonna be working on a few YouTube videos, as well as I'm gonna be working on a friend's project. He's celebrating 3 years of running his creative ad agency, so I'm gonna be working on that. What about yourself? Yeah, no. Listen, $70 for the lens is pretty darn terrific. Again, I'll leave you with the link. If you want the link, I can give you the link for it, and you can actually take a look at it for yourself. But I found it to be a steal in a lot of ways. I just found it to be a really, really great deal. Let me see if I can bring that up for you. Give me a second here as I'll play this video again for you, so you can see the quality of this, so you can see all the quality of this and enjoy it. And I'm going to find the link for you. Yeah, this is $69, and that's with taxes and everything. It's pretty darn good, and it's currently unavailable. Oh shucks. Oh, Noir just put it up by $20 now. That's hilarious. They have a 35 millimeter, 1.4, and then a they also have what else? A 7 millimeter. Here's the link here. I have put the link inside of the. I put the link inside of the chat there. So if you want that link there, you can check it out. Let me see what you're saying here, Yogi. I do most of my mostly post production. Okay, okay, dope. I'm just getting back into doing my own production work. Okay, cool. And then let's see what Jeremy is saying. Hi, is technical is technically writing hard? Technical writing hard. I don't know what you mean. Can you kind of elaborate a little bit more? I'd love to get a better understanding of what you mean by technical writing hard. Are you talking about technical writing for a script, or technical writing for a client, or just in books? I just want to get a better idea, so then I can give you the best answer I possibly know how to give you. I'll wait until you have something there. While we're waiting, I'm actually going to jump into this and show you a few other. I'm going to share my screen here. Hopefully you guys don't judge me too much. This is my screen here. Perfect. Um, so if we scroll up here, this is the lens here, which is the Noir 25 millimeter 1.8. it's great. It's a micro four thirds lens. So some of the features is that it has a declicked aperture, which simply means that you don't actually have to click or feel the clicks when you're changing the aperture. There's an aperture wheel that just tells you where things are at, and it's just super smooth as butter. And then the focusing wheel is manual. Everything's manual on this lens, but I really, really still like it a lot. And then they have a 32 millimeter, which is kind of weird to have a 25 and then a 32 millimeter. That's interesting, and that's only $85 or $86. So they have quite a few different options here. Let's just jump back into um, full screen here, and let me see what Jeremy is saying. I changed my major in school to professional and technical writing. I don't have to do programming or anything, but I have to learn about making manuals. Okay. Let me see what this is. And I have to understand software and hardware programs. I love writing, but I'm not really tech savvy. Oh, okay, okay. I got what you're saying. Well, I mean, I think I think one of the things that can help you in terms of creating manuals or writing manuals for technical purposes is first understanding understanding the goal at hand, right? Like, so if you're writing for, I don't know, let's say Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro is a video editing software that people use to make videos, to make presentations, et cetera, et cetera. So what I would suggest to you is that you maybe partner up or work with somebody or a few editors that you know that are passionate about Final Cut Pro or passionate about editing and understand exactly how they think by having conversations with them, asking them questions, asking them when they're reading through a manual, what's the most frustrating thing, what's the best thing about reading through a manual, what are the usual things they're looking for, how do they like certain ideas to be presented, right? That's what I would suggest when it comes to that sort of idea here. Let me just see what you're saying. Again, do you think I can do it? I love writing, but a lot, but I haven't started the major yet. Yeah, you can definitely do it. You just got to put the work in. You got to put the work in like anything else. Put in your 10,000 hours. That means you got to do your research. You got to be passionate. If you're passionate about writing, then now you just have to lock down and understand the subject matter and understand the technique and approach. Um, that's what I would say to you about that. I am going to share with you guys my rig right here. So this is my ZCam rig, just so that you guys can see exactly what I have here. So we spoke about this lens here. This is the Noir 25 millimeter f1.8 lens. I love this lens. It's really, really cool. It's a fully manual lens. So when we say fully manual, I'm just going to shift it over this way. There we go. It means that the focus is manual as well as the aperture is manual. Let me put it forward here so you can see a little bit better, right? The aperture is manual there and declicked, and then the focus is manual as well. And then this right here is actually a small rig handle, and at the bottom here, it actually takes hard drives and it allows you to put your SSDs, those Samsung, I believe T5 hard drives. You can pop them in here, and then what you would do is you would plug the hard drive into this slot here and record your raw, right? Can you see that? Just want to make sure you can see it. There we go. You can plug your raw right into here. Okay. And then what else? So I have a cage around here as well. So this cage is all small rig. And the reason why I bought this was because, again, there aren't a lot of mounting points on for this camera. So you want to make sure that you can get a cage so then you can mount things like a monitor, like this Lilliput monitor here, as well as mounting a handle and then also a base plate. So that's just my setup right there. If you guys are looking at that and you guys want to know what your thoughts were. Anyways, I am going to log off here. I got a few other things I got to take care of, but I wanted to just quickly say hi and let you guys know that I appreciate you guys. And like always, it's always great to chat just really, really quickly online and chat on Facebook or on YouTube. If you do have any questions, please DM me. You can DM me at Tristan Barracks on all my social and ask me any questions, and I'll jump on online again next Sunday, and we'll have some more conversations and hopefully have some fun. All right, talk to you guys later. Peace.